for increasing bone strength. Babool, like they said, there's Babool Gond, that resin. It is told is good. Like in what form? Can I just like mix it in water and take? And then what dosage would be appropriate?
See, bubble gum gond is very kashaya, astringent in nature. That should not be consumed by mixing it water. But that can be taken in the form of adding with some food materials like ragi or something like that to little bit quantity. But quantity has to be maintained in a proper way. Otherwise, it may become much more constipating because that is also stambhaka in nature, bubble gum. The reason behind that why it is using is to increase the bone strength mean because it's any stambhakar kashaya pradhana dravya is basically made up of panchabhautik composition. It is predominantly with prithvi and vata. I mean, this one. So prithvi part is there. So that's the reason whenever we use such type of kashaya pradhana dravyas, it will increase the bone strength.
And the dose, like 1 gram or half gram? Or?
It is better at the lower doses because higher doses may cause constipation.
So what about supplements, like I mentioned, for bone strength? Things like water chestnut flower and this amaranth flower. So this, what kind of frequency is good for a general person to take these?
Shringataka or the water chestnut is Trapanatans botanically. Yes. And it is in northern India, usually they use it as a fruit, edible, and it's a fresh one. And it is also, its atta is available in the market and it is used on the various Ekadashi or something like that. Whenever it is done, they use it. And typically this Singada atta and all these things have been explained as a medicine in Ayurveda to a large extent, and people, they want to give it change to their system. They have introduced this. Is the concept of Ekadashi is also like that because every day you're regularly eating the same type of food. Body also needs a certain rest and something else. So they need to go for an alternative things, and that's why they mentioned it as upavasa or something like that. Alternatively, they'll go consume a little bit of other type of food stuffs. So similarly, in northern India, when regularly they consume gehu, and that is wheat, and sometimes they go for the Singada atta and all those things in the Vratha, what we call as upavasa, something like that. Along with that, the important reason being to improve the bone strength. It is not just simply taking the supplements. Supplements, if it is taken in, that needs to be digested and absorbed into the body. So that requires a good quantity of Agni inside. If Agni is not present, then whatever the supplement you give it, it is waste. Point number one. Point number two, whenever there is a, typically, Mamsa Dhatu Agni is more stronger, then it also helps to maintain the Asti Dhatu. So that's the reason, if you want to increase the bone strength, you need to have a little bit of Vyayama or usage of muscles. If you use muscles, then totally, see whatever the system comes with the Prithvi Pradhana Dravyas, that will be absorbed and made into a bone strength materials. So it is just not simply by giving some supplements, the things will be settled down. It requires a lot of other things, and we need to expose ourselves to sun in order to get the vitamin D, and in the presence of vitamin D from the sun rays, that will help the calcium and other things to bind things, and we have a bone binders or calcium binders which will bring these materials to the place where it is required. So all these things takes place with a lot of issues. So we need to have a balanced activity of selectively drug taken in a selective doses in a pattern which suits us. That's the reason. And of course, to understand whether our dosage is going in the right direction or not, we can once in a while go for a laboratory establishment of vitamin D and even the serum calcium and such other things.